Hey guys, do you want to get stronger, run faster and build mental resilience, all without adding any extra miles to your training? Of course you do. So in this video I'm going to show you how rucking, tabbing, yomping, whatever you want to call it, can help you become a stronger, more resilient runner and help you to avoid injury. So I started rucking when I was training for a race here in the UK called the Fan Dance Race. Now the Fan Dance Race is a 24-kilometre load bearing race based on a route used in training by the UK Special Forces during their selection process. And I started this 6 months after I had been in hospital, diagnosed with multiple blood clots in my heart and lungs, and was told I'd never run or cycle in a serious way again. And I came across this race and I decided to sign up for it in a way to prove the medical profession wrong. Now what I noticed as I started to develop my fitness journey through tabbing, rucking with this pack on my back, was that my fitness in other areas also started to improve. So because I'm now covering distances, carrying weight, when I would go and do a sprint 10k or 5k, I found that my times were a lot better, my endurance was a lot better, and I could just go out there and almost feel like I was floating on air because I wasn't carrying this thing on my back. So over the course of this video I want to break down the key benefits of incorporating a couple of ruck runs into your training each week. So impact on your joints. We all know, despite how much we try to find studies that prove it wrong, that running just put increased impact on our joints. That constant sort of running, if our form is slightly bad, then we'll find that that can also lead to injuries. Now in rucking, the general idea is to move with purpose, so you're not always running. So if you're going uphill, you're just going to take that a steady sort of power walk pace, and again on the flat you're probably going to increase into probably a little more than a shuffle or a trot, as we tend to call it, and then on the downhills you can run. And what you're actually doing is reducing that load for most of your run, because you are actually not having that strong impact on your joints as you're actually hitting the ground. So what this enables you to do is to build up strength in your joints and your tendons and your ligaments and your muscles, so that you have got that primary strength in place, that good base for your running. It's also great training for your recovery days. So rather than just sort of pounding out on the legs, you can go out, you can have a slower, less purposeful walk, maybe walking at sort of 20-minute miles or something like that, but put some weight on your back and really start to feel the cardio benefits of being out there, as well as building strength in your core, in your legs and in your upper body. It also improves your running endurance and economy, because when you're out, you're moving at say a 15-minute mile pace with some weight on your back, or you're running down those hills, or you're taking a nice powerful stride up hills, you are strengthening those muscles and building up those muscles. So as I said before, when you actually go into those competitive races, or you just go out on your training run, you've actually done the work already, you've built up those muscles, you've actually combined cardio with a bit of strength. Rucking also teaches you mental resilience. So when you're grinding up a slope with 35 pounds on your back, the snow is coming in your face, you're in the wilderness, you're in the middle of nowhere, there's nowhere for you to stop, there's nobody there to help you. It helps you develop that mental toughness that you really need, not only in rucking, but to go out there and really get some gains with your running. So how do you get started with rucking? First of all, any old rucksack just isn't going to cut it. So if you've got a cheap sort of school or work rucksack and you think I'm just going to put some weight in that and I'm going to get out there, that's probably going to cause you more pain, damage and possible injury than anything. But if you get yourself on eBay, you can pick up a ex-military rucksack pack or Bergen for £30, $50, $60, and then you can get some weight in that as well. There will be another video on this channel in a couple of days about how to pack your rucksack, your pack, your Bergen, whatever you want to call it, to ensure that you've got the weight distribution just right. But yeah, get yourself a good pack. Secondly, footwear. Okay, so you need some good ankle support if you're going out, especially on rough terrain and doing this as well. You need to support those ankles, so trying to do this in normal trail shoes or normal runners probably isn't going to be the best thing to do and could result in injury, especially if you're looking at terrain like this. So look for some military or walking boots. Now the purists will say you've got to have solid leather military boots. That's absolute nonsense. What you need is some good walking boots that have got ankle support. So as well as the military boots I'm wearing today, for a lot of the events I take part in, I use some Hoka walking boots, which are much more comfortable and also give you that good strong ankle support. So the common mistakes with rucking, like I've said, are too heavy too soon, doing too much too soon, and just having the wrong kit. So trying to go out in normal runners to do this, or trying to go out in a rucksack that you'd maybe use to carry a laptop into work, that is not going to work. Make sure that you don't have to spend a massive fortune on this stuff, but make sure that you've got the kit that is made for the job. And then try to incorporate rucking into your running routine. So you don't want to be doing this every single day. I would say once or twice a week. As you start off, do it once, and after 3 or 4 weeks start to do it maybe twice in your sort of running routine during the week. It maybe substitute, if you haven't got time for your long run on a Sunday, maybe do half the long run but put some weight on your back. But either way, like I say, start off small, start off gradual, and don't get yourself injured.